Yo, what's cracking? This is Coach Cali Sports Talk. It's early in the morning. Well, it's not early, but it's about 11 o'clock. I mean, hey, I would just want to say, man, shout out to Ohio State, for doing their thing in the Big Ten and winning the national championship. That was a good game, man. Even though Ohio State was blowing the doors off at Notre Dame. And shout out to Notre Dame, too. They really played their butts off, man. They came back and made it a game late in the game. And, shout out to Marcus Freeman. Hey, man, that dude is a great coach, bro. Great coach. And I him to win, man. Even though I knew Ohio State would probably pull it off, both teams, both coaches were under some heat a little bit for different things. Coach Day was, man, ESPN was calling him to be fired, this and that. Stephen A, talking crazy. And this man won a national championship. So all of them have to eat crow, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But shout out to them, winning the Natty. Hey, it was a video, man, that was crazy. I posted, and um, uh, backstage, I guess, after the game, the lady, one of their assistants, man, was trying to drive the cart and ran into the wall with the coach and some of the players. Man, she wasn't paying attention at all. I would never get in the car with that lady. Never. I'm just saying. But anyway, I've been sick a little bit, so I haven't been really doing any, live streams or anything lately. So I've been kind of sick. But anyway, I've gotten better, and everything like that. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, to Coach Cali Sports Talk. Also, DJ Killer Cali on YouTube. Please subscribe, hit the notification button, and also my martial art channel. And I'm going to be talking on there too, Coach Cali Sports Talk, on my martial art channel as well. We're going to be talking about boxing, all the fights, everything like that pretty soon. So check out the New Legacy Martial Art Academy and check out all the tutorials and things like that. I'm a coach at One Tribe, and I teach MMA, mixed martial arts, taekwondo, and jiu-jitsu. So I'm all of that as a coach. So come holler at me. Look us up at One Tribe on Google, and you come holler at us. Anyway, back to football. USC has hired Rob Ryan as their linebackers coach. Man, that's changing the game, because you got Eric Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator. Now you got Rob Ryan over there as the linebackers coach, and he pretty much know how to run a defense because of his brother Rex Ryan, and he's ran several different defenses for NFL teams. So, man, expect USC's defense to change and be a lot more stout this year. Because, really, everybody want to blame Miller Moss, man. It wasn't Miller Moss' fault that offense, the offense did good. It was our defense at USC that struggled. It really struggled, and, it was the linebackers. It was that when you get to that second level on the field, it was like we couldn't stop water. Nothing. Luckily, we were able to recover in the Texas A&M game and win that bowl game. So I'm happy about that. And we beat the SEC team. And I'm so glad that the SEC got folded this year. Because they're backed by ESPN, and ESPN just markets them like they just the greatest conference on earth, and they've been fixing games for years. ESPN have. So with the refs, everything, and even I want to say the playoffs too. ESPN controls the playoffs, which that needs to change. They need to rotate the Fox and some of the playoff games to Fox and some of them to ESPN, because there's a monopoly with that. Also, college football is going in a crazy direction right now, with the portals and everything. And I want to say this about ESPN, because I was listening to Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson, and it was Paul Pierce and that lady, Miss Taylor. They were talking about Coach Prime, and I think Marty Schottenheimer, the son of Marty Schottenheimer or something like that, and the Dallas Cowboys is looking at him. But ESPN is up to their tricks, man. They are trying so hard to pull Coach Prime from the Big 12, because ESPN does not have control rights of the Big 12. And they know that Coach Prime, if he goes to the NFL, that takes away all the publicity from the Big 12. And you know that? And so, because they already took Texas and they already took Oklahoma, which was their main top products of the Big 12, right? And so now, if you take Coach Prime, which is their biggest marketer of the Big 12, now the attention goes away from the Big 12. That's the real reason why all these cats are advocating for Coach Prime to go to the Dallas Cowboys. You know what? If I was Coach Prime, I would stay in Colorado. I would. I'm not saying he's going to. I'm not saying he's going to the Dallas Cowboys. But just because of that right there, these dudes think they can just control everything. ESPN got a monopoly. They're trying to form a monopoly with all the sports. The ESPN is the reason why Coach Prime went to Colorado, and I think, in a sense, because the SEC, the SWAC was starting to get a lot of players going to SEC players were going to the SWAC, and that was bringing attention to the SWAC. They didn't like that. SEC did not like that at all. Nick Saban is right now advocating for Coach Prime to go to the NFL. You know why? He works for ESPN too. He works for ESPN. So you see how everybody's advocating, and it's all majority ESPN is associates advocating for Coach Prime to leave the Big 12. People don't see that. Even all those Locked On guys, Locked On, every single Locked On person, and On3, right, wants Coach Prime to leave and go to the Dallas Cowboys, because that takes away dollars from the Big 12. People don't see that, but I see it. And I know a lot of some other people that see that too, right? So, it is what it is. And I'll hate to see him recruit all those good players that he just recruited at Colorado. Kaden Salters is a dog. Kaden Salters is a dog. The dude already won a Conference USA championship. And I think they're really afraid of what Coach Prime can do this season, because they can't control him by the people that he brought in. The first group of guys that he brought in, ESPN and all of them had control. Them dudes, Sean Lewis, Charles Kelly, they stunk up the joint. They were sent there as plants to ruin Coach's prime season, and they did. One, Charles Kelly is Bo Nix's godfather, so there was a reason why Colorado's defense looked as horrible as it did against Oregon that day. Horrible. They probably knew every call that was going to happen. They probably knew every call that was going to happen on defense and offense. Just being real. Not only that, Sean Lewis, he was ready to leave when he got there. He tried to take another job, but then decided to stay at Colorado. And then they looked good for 3 games, and all of a sudden they stinking up the joint. Couldn't block, couldn't do this. Come on, man. We know what it was. Everybody know what it was. That's why they went 9-4 this season, right? Totally flip-flop. Everybody think that they were just that horrible in the Pac-12 when they was very competitive. I see the Shawami. But anyway, if Coach Prime decides he want to go to the NFL, more power to him. Not going to hate him for it. But I just feel that, man, does he want to be controlled by, Jerry Jones and have a quarterback like Dak Prescott? I mean, I wouldn't want to coach that. I wouldn't want it. And guys who ain't going to listen to you, I would rather be on the lower level and get the money. And I don't think it's about money for Coach Prime. I don't think so. Everybody says money. All these, they don't know, man. Everybody wants the story. Quit counting his money, man. That sound like, you know what. And so anyway, quit counting his money, man. And I just look at it like this. If he gonna go, he gonna go. But I would thought he would already win by now. Coach Prime would, man, like, you know how he left with Jackson State? At the end of the season, he was gone. This one, they already bringing up other coaching names for the Dallas Cowboys. We'll see. But Keyshawn Johnson and Michael Irvin was talking about, man, are they going to hire him Super Bowl weekend? Or are they going to hire? They feel like Coach Prime is going to be hired because they got the inside scoop by the Dallas Cowboys right around next week or so. But I don't think so. I don't know if Coach Prime wouldn't be hiring all these different people if he was going to do that. But I don't know. So far, their whole staff is still there, and they're coaching their guys. So I don't think he's leaving. I really don't think so. Drinking this hot tea. But if he does, God bless him, man. If God called him to do that, then, go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? I just think that they need to leave it to Coach Prime, because everybody trying to jump the gun. They want the story first. And it was funny how those Locked On guys stuff, talking trash, because they do not want to see him there. They don't want to see him in Colorado. They are scared of what he can do this coming season. They know what he got. The quarterback that they have, Caden Salters, he's no joke. He is no joke. Yes, he lost to Oregon in the Alamo Bowl, right? And Liberty got, destroyed in that game. But the rest of the season, they were undefeated, just like Boise, right? And went into that game and lost. So, and last year, the games were a little bit. He still went like 9-3, 9 and something, but they didn't. I think they still won their conference championship. I think they did. I'm not for sure. I got to look back on 2024. But anyway, this past season. But anyway, man, the dude is a beast. His numbers dropped a little bit, but at 2023, I think he ran for 1,000 yards. 1,000. And he still threw almost 3,000 passing yards. So Caden Salters is that dude. And if they sit Juju, let him sit or put him in different packages. I think that, Juju is going to be a beast. You know what I mean? Once he learns Pat Schumer's system. So it is what it is. But, I just wanted to talk about that, man, because I felt like that listening to all these stories, like I said, if Coach Prime does go to the Cowboys, it is what it is, man. But I don't see why he should. I don't see why he should, but that's his pockets. That's his life. He'd be close to his house. He can drive home every day. Those things like that. But then again, he's got Boulder. He's got the new recruits there. And basically, ESPN is telling him to shit on those kids that he just recruited. Hey, oh yeah, it was fun while it lasted. Shit on them kids, Coach Prime, and just leave. Just bolt on them. And then, they're interviewing Shedeur, the Reach the People podcast, which is part of Coach Prime's group, media. They keep trying to ask Shedeur, and Shedeur may know what's really, but at the same time, he's not going to put his dad's business out there. He's not. He's not going to put his dad's business out there. He know the business already. So other people are trying to put Coach Prime's business out there, and it's not nobody's business. It's like, I don't understand why. What is the reason why they put celebrities' money out there? Why? Why do people put how much money celebrities making? Because I wouldn't want nobody knowing how much I make or how much I got in my bank account. So how is it legal? How is it legal for them to broadcast how much people make? And I wonder, can you sue for that? Can you sue somebody for telling them how much you got in your bank account or how much money you think somebody got? Can you sue them for that? Because they don't know how much money you have. I've been trying to figure this out, but I've seen no athletes do it, so I don't know. I was just wondering. But anyway, once again, USC, it's got some new additions coming in. They got a whole new core of defensive players coming in. We lost a lot of players at USC, man. We still got Jaden Mayava, I believe, and a kid named Longstreet is coming in. I think he's a high school player that is coming in. It's going to be a freshman. So USC is going to have a revamped defense with D'Anton Lynn and Rob Ryan as a linebackers coordinator. So, man, I'm praying that our team gets it together this coming season in the Big Ten, because, hey man, you see what the standard is, and we need to have that smash mouth play in the Big Ten, excuse me. And the way that USC played, I want to say this, they played, to me, great, except on offense, except for defense. I think the defense actually put the offense in bad situations, and that was the real issue. You know, what happened with Miller Moss. Miller Moss is a good quarterback. I stand on that. I don't care if anybody say he isn't. I think Jayden Maiava threw just as many interceptions in his short time as a QB. So it's like, you know, but Jayden Maiava did win the game, and so did Miller Moss. He beat Louisville in his bowl game. Jayden Maiava beat Texas A&M in his bowl game. So they like dead even. You know, Jayden Maiava got to work on his accuracy and throwing on the run a little bit, and you know, pocket presence. You know, being a little patient in the pocket. But other than that, Jayden Maiava is a good quarterback. I watched him play at UNLV. I wasn't that impressed when he was at UNLV. Towards the end of his career at UNLV, he kind of stunk up the joint a little bit, but he threw for a lot. He had a lot of passing yards in one season. So I know he threw for over 3,000 something yards in his tenure over at UNLV. And so it wasn't like he can't throw and he can't put up numbers, but sometimes his accuracy wasn't there. But anyway, man, I just wanted to talk about that and everything. And another thing is, you know, shout out to Marcus Freeman once again, you know, for making it all the way up to the national championship as a Black Asian coach, and everything like that. And I thought he did good, man. I thought he did great. You know, his defense, his team, and the way he was talking to his team was amazing, because he was saying one play, that make that one play, and I saw him saying that to his guys, and I just thought that was awesome. On the NFL, man, watching Detroit get massacred like that, bro, on their home field against the Commanders. Now, understand, Jaden Daniels played at Arizona State, I believe, under Herm Edwards, his freshman year, I believe. And then they brought in the coach they have now. But, man, Jaden Daniels, the team, Arizona State hated on him, right? Wished him, you know, there's a video out there wishing him, you know, and I'm going to post that video because I got it, but on my shorts. But the funny part about it is that he goes to LSU, goes into SEC, and does his thing. Then he gets to the NFL, and he's like 2 games away from a championship. So, you know, I'm looking at and the way he beat, man, the way he beat Detroit is what Lamar Jackson should have did the other day. You know, against who did they play? Buffalo, right? Buffalo prevailed, which Buffalo did. They did their thing, man, in the cold, man. I mean, the drop pass on the 2-point conversion was was crazy, man. Because that sealed their fate right there. That 2-point conversion sealed their fate. Man, had that guy had caught that pass, and they had trouble with the tight end, I think, all day, um, um, catching passes. But man, had he had caught that pass, we don't know. We don't know. We do know what happened after he dropped the pass. Buffalo won. So now I think it's what? Buffalo and the Chiefs and the Eagles and the Commanders. Man, I think having the Commanders beaten the Eagles already before this year, I don't know. I got to look at the schedule. But, hey, man, if he beats the Eagles and get into the Super Bowl, wow. Wow. And so that would be great. Buffalo versus Kansas City. I don't know about that one, but it hasn't been good on Allen's end against Kansas. So I don't know. Does Kansas go to Buffalo, or do Buffalo go to Kansas? Somebody let me know if that's the case. But anyway, man, I just wanted to say that. But I don't know who's gonna win in the Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm probably picking Kansas to beat Buffalo. But so many people are mad at Kansas City for winning, saying that, their games are fixed. I don't know, man. We'll have to look at. I haven't watched none of their games to even see if it was fixed or not. But I'm kind of rooting, for the Commanders. Even though they're the Redskins. Just because I watched Jaden Daniel did what he did, man, and it was amazing. And I don't know if Jalen Hurts can do that, but I mean, even when Jalen Hurts did what he did a year or so ago against was it Kansas City? Was it Kansas City? Yeah, and they almost beat them. That was like 2 seasons ago. He made it all the way to the Super Bowl, and that one pass kind of, messed them up at the end, or the defensive play at the end. But, I don't know, man. I would like to see the Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs go at it. I think that would be a good, entertaining game. But if it's Buffalo and them, it could be flip-flop. The Eagles, I don't think none of those games wouldn't be exciting. I think they all will be exciting. So anyway, man, I'm off there. Yo, y'all like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button, the Coach Cali Sports Talk, and check me out. Till the next time, deuces.